Hello everybody out there, and welcome back to another weekly comic book haul. Literally right after the Big 2 review. We went right from doing the Big 2 review back in here to show up the books that we will be reviewing this week for both the Indie and Big 2 review. Hopefully this week will be on time. But anyway, this has been a busy day, one of the busiest days this week. First was the live show on Comic Frontline with Brant and I, where we talked about all the Marvel #1s that will be coming out after Secret Wars. Then 2 hours later was Dark Avenger Live episode 51. Again, a very short Dark Avenger Live. One, because we had the comic book review to do, and I still had 4 other books to read. 2, after spending 3 hours talking and really having a great time talking about the Marvel #1s, I didn't want to repeat myself, first of all. Second, we didn't do the Big 2 review yet, so I didn't want to talk about any of the books that I hadn't reviewed yet. So really, it was a very empty live show because there really was nothing we could talk about that would have, or wanted to talk about, because either we didn't review it yet or it was already talked about and we didn't want to repeat ourselves. I did, however, get Mike we at least got Mike's opinions on the Marvel #1s, so that was a positive from the live show. We did talk a little bit about other things on the live show. But definitely, this was the weaker of the live shows since Dark Avenger Live came back. If you'd like to see Mike's opinions on the #1s, we really didn't have too many comments. Again, this is Friday. It's officially now 2 a.m., so it is July 4th, so it is the 4th of July, technically. We will get into that in a bit. So I can understand why not too many people were around. We had a great turnout, though, for the Marvel #1. So thank you guys for thank you, everybody who was there for that really long event. If you weren't there, go check it out off live, and we will answer your guys' comments in the comments instead. And then come back to Dark Avenger Live and see Mike's opinion if you want. Now, this weekend, first of all, happy 4th of July, everybody, whether you're watching this on the 4th of July, on the 5th of July, 6th, 7th, or 8th. Happy 4th of July. Hopefully you all have a wonderful, safe, and happy, and hopefully, unlike anybody who lives in New York, because we're the unfortunate ones that don't get to use fireworks, hopefully a bright 4th of July. Unfortunately, I forgot how many years ago, since our previous mayor, we have not had fireworks in New York. I remember when I was a kid, we had a lot of fun shooting those off. Unfortunately, now we don't have that anymore because it's not legal to use fireworks in New York anymore. Why? Who'll know. This leads into what's going to be going on this weekend. The Indie review should be coming in a day or two. Outside the Pages should be next. Outside the Pages, I will be discussing, like I've been saying, my thoughts and memories about CR and CR closing, and a few other things that I've been seeing on the internet that I see other people doing in vlogs or something else, and then a little bit of my own little twists to that by adding something extra. And then, of course, we'll add some 4th of July stuff in there also, which is why I was going to do Outside the Pages at the beginning of the week, and then I realized 4th of July weekend is coming. There'll be stuff to record, so I held off, so maybe we'll have a couple of extra clips to throw in there, little bits and pieces here, there, and everywhere. I don't know. It depends on what Mike and I do tomorrow, what we all do tomorrow. Maybe Tommy will do something really crazy, and I'll want to record it. So look forward to an Outside the Pages, though, regardless, this weekend. And then after that, hopefully, the Big 2 review will follow very soon after. And then this Tuesday is Frontline Live. I'll be back. Mike will be back. It's a full-fledged live show. We're going to have a blast on there, as we always do. And it's going to be great. And then from there, it's moving towards the next, moving towards 300. We're just really picking up gears at this point. We're really grinding the rails. We're almost there. Literally only 4 more episodes to go. Which leads me to what I wanted to talk about. Now I remember. I was stalling till I remembered. I noticed the last episode of the Indie review was the 90th episode. In 10 short weeks, the Indie review will reach its 100th episode. There are announcements I will be making at 300. However, Thank you. However, it's going to be 5 more weeks after 300 before the Indie review reaches its 100th episode. Now, obviously, we're not going to have a big celebration. I mean, we will have something probably for the 100th indie review. But any announcements made, now I did say that some announcements were going to take a bit longer to happen or longer to execute due to outside or due to factors. I would like the indie review to reach episode 100 regardless of any changes. Not saying there will be any changes to the indie review. I'm leaving you guys guessing and wondering all the way through to 300. But if there are any changes, it will not affect anything on the indie review, at least until the indie review hits episode 100 in 10 short weeks. This week will be episode 91. I don't even think you knew that, Mike.
No, I really didn't.
We are 10 weeks away from 100. After 100, any changes, if there are, any changes that are announced will take place after 100. I want to make it to at least 100 if there are any changes. Remember, I'm still thinking about things. Maybe the indie review will just keep going. I just wanted to make mention that we are very close on the indie review also, and I noticed that a couple of weeks ago, and then when I did the title for this week's indie review, I noticed it's 90. Descriptions will be updated, if not this weekend, absolutely by next weekend. I will catch up. I think I've only missed so far 3 or 4 weeks, so not too many episodes that I have to label. Anyway, enough with the news. We'll talk more on Outside the Pages about everything, but for right now, let's get into the comic books because I've wasted you guys' time enough. First and foremost, your freebie from any comic store. I've used it on Dark Avenger Live and on the Frontline Live show we did today. Marvel released the all-new, all-different free preview guide to all of the Marvel, the all-new, all-different Marvel books. You get the cover of the first issue and a little tagline for any of the all of the number ones that are coming out this coming fall. So check this out at your local comic shop. It's a nice oversized magazine, by the way. Beautiful artwork, and there's a little bit of an internal artwork for Iron Man. I guess they started Invincible Iron Man a bit early, so they gave us a little bit of extra for Invincible Iron Man. Awesome stuff. Now the books. There are a lot of books, and let's pray we can get through them all as fast as possible. First and foremost, my favorite book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 47. This is, again, the Kevin Eastman cover. I really don't care that I'm missing out on those cover A's. This is, I think, cover... Yeah, it is cover B. I love the Kevin Eastman covers. The story's going really well. Anybody who wants to jump on, you are not too late yet. Get the free Comic Book Day book, issue 45, issue 46, and now issue 47. We are gearing up to issue 50. Now, this book, I need to check the...
Sonic Boom, I believe it's the 9th issue or the 10th.
I'll double check.
I know it's Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom, issue number... Yep, you're right
9?
again. Number 9.
Okay, good.
Sonic
I just want to be
Boom,
sure.
Issue number 9. We're getting the connecting cover. We are now on the second row. We are actually right in the middle of the
halfway point.
Second row. We are actually at the halfway point right now to the Worlds Unite story. And we haven't been seeing a lot of the people that are on these covers, so hopefully we will soon. He-Man the Eternity War, issue number 7. It's moving right along, and last issue was shocking. Let's see where this issue goes. Next book is a Zenescope book, and it's a number 1. It's Coven, issue number 1. Assassin's Creed cover going on here with Baba Yaga. Love it. Love it. Ultimate End, issue number 3. The Ultimate Universe's imminent end is at hand. Final issue to Star Wars Princess Leia, issue 505. Green Lantern, issue 42, The Make or Break It for me. I enjoyed Lost Army. Will I be holding on to the main series? To be determined. Bizarro, issue number 2. I guess the guilty pleasure I get from DC Comics right now. If you're not a Bizarro fan, you won't be buying this. If you are, you will. Action Comics 42, continuing forward with what happened in Action 41. So, see where things go there. Things were really left off on a really like, what exactly is going to happen next. Years of Future Past, issue number 2. I loved issue number 1. Cannot wait to sink my teeth into issue number 2. Starting now, Mike and I decided there will be not all, but some Valiant books that we are going to be getting physical copies for. Since we're getting Zenescope, since we get some from IDW and Image, we are loving certain series from Valiant so much that we want to support them with physical copies. And this is one of them. It's X-O Manowar, issue number 38. This is a gatefold cover, and you are invited to the wedding of Eric. And I forgot his wife's name, so excuse me. Mike's reading this book. So
I don't remember either.
Well, anyway, really looking forward to checking this out later. Any books that we did not get from issue 37 back, we will either be trade paperbacking or graphic hardcover supersizing until we get up to where we're at right now on the single issues for any of the Valiant books that we have right now. But those are books that probably you'll be seeing most of those during Christmas time as presents, most likely. A-Force, issue number 2. I did not review issue number 1. I did read it because I got the signed copy that I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago. I did read it. I loved it. That's my review for it. It was a really good setup. I had to get issue 2, and here's issue 2. So you'll be seeing a review of issue 2. I'll probably make mention of issue 1 when I'm reviewing 2. Extinction Agenda, issue number 2. The make or break it for Michael. Will he hold on to this book or drop it? Finally, after who knows how long, it's been, I think, delayed 2 or 3 weeks in a row, Secret Wars, issue 4 of 8. This is the midway point, people. We are officially in the middle of Secret Wars, and I think there's only one book a month, so at least 4 more months. So we're in July, August, September, October, November. So probably the new DC Universe will not be starting at least until November. Red Skull, issue number 1. Michael's new number 1. Will he like it or will he drop it? I have a lot of number 1s coming next week. Back to Zenescope. Robin Hood, issue number 12. Excellent. One of the best series that Pat Sham brought out. But for me, Godstone will always be my number 1. But this is the ongoing. Grim Tales of Terror, issue number 12. Green Arrow, issue number 42. Green Arrow's been going really well from what Mike says. My Make or Break It issue, Future Imperfects, issue number 2. The first issue left me with a question mark. This will determine whether I keep it or I drop it. Darth Vader, issue number 7. Darth Vader has been a really great series, companion to Star Wars. Nothing but great things, Michael says, and I read the book afterwards, and I have nothing but great things to say also. Batman Beyond, issue number 2. This is it, people. This is it. If this book does not hold me, I am officially done. I love Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond. I don't know how I feel about Tim Drake. And if this book does not give me a reason to care about Tim Drake's Batman Beyond, there's a lot of stuff coming out of Marvel right now. And a lot of other stuff coming out of DC and every other comic company that we're buying from. If it doesn't hold me at this point, it's going to go. And I believe this is the final issue to Spiral. Amazing Spider-Man issue 19.1. I will actually delve into the book 2 seconds to confirm or deny or unconfirm that this is the last. Nope, it is not the last issue. To be concluded, issue 20.1 will be the last issue. I apologize. There's one more part to go with Spiral. I'm glad I checked. This is the Pentulum issue. And then finally, a book that Mike will probably review on the Indie Review, but Cindy will be reviewing probably on Frontline. Yes, she will be returning to doing some kid books. Futurama Comics! Issue 75. Feels like it's been a while since I've actually held a Futurama book. So it's good to have a Futurama book back. And that's it for the haul, guys. No extras this week. It's been a very light week. And I think any extras comic-wise or stuff like that will be held off till 300. Maybe an Ultimate haul, maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll see. It all depends. But I don't think there'll be really that many extras for the month of July. There's really nothing coming out for July. There's one game I know Michael's going to be getting in July, but other than that, and that's at the end of July anyway, so other than that, there's probably not going to be too much extras because we're going to be gearing up for 300. So, anyway, hopefully we'll see you guys really soon in the Indie Review. As always, don't forget to check out Comic Frontline, Frontline Gaming Zone, and Zone4Podcast.com. Together we are your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. And as always, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. Have a happy, safe, and wonderful 4th of July. We will see you guys really soon in the next review.